Hey, what's up? This is Jared with the Daily App Show. Today we're going to take a look at an application called iAlcohol. This application is going to help you from getting into trouble when you're out drinking. Now, blood alcohol level, obviously, here in the United States, you cannot drive legally after consuming a certain amount of alcoholic beverages, but it's always kind of, well, if I had a beer with dinner, am I going to get in trouble for that? Or I had like 2 beers a couple hours ago or something, and you don't necessarily know, an idea of how long it's been. You're not sure if it's been long enough since you've drank. This application helps you determine whether or not you are good to go. Now, this is estimates. Obviously, everybody's body type is different in the way you process stuff, so it's an estimate. So you probably will want to be a little generous with the time frame that it gives, just to make sure, because you never know, a cop could get you for anything. So very cool the way it works. So let's go in and do a forecast. So let's say I have 3 hours, 0 minutes. I'm going to be consuming some fatty protein food, and I'll be dancing, because I'm at the club, and I can hit calculate. And it's going to tell me what drinks that I could, and how much of them that I can have within that time frame and still be okay to drive home afterwards. So it's going to say I can consume about 70.5 ounces of beer as long as I'm eating and dancing. Obviously, I've got some proteins coming in, and I'm going to be working them off by dancing, so that always helps. And so it gives you an idea here of all those drinks. You could also look by individual cocktail and then see the recent ones that I've selected, and then I can also create my favorites as well. Let's go into calculation. We can choose the drinks that we've consumed. So let's say that I've consumed some beer. The percentage of alcohol is 4.2, which is about average, and it's a 12 ounce, and I've had 3 of them. I can also hit add to favorites if that's something that I'm commonly drinking, and I can add that to my favorites. So let's hit done. That's what I've drank, and then maybe I had a margarita as well. Whoa, 31%. Let's just leave it at the defaults and hit done, and then hit done. So now it gives me my drinks consumed, how many servings. It automatically fills that in. Let's set the length of the drinking period to 45 minutes. And when I was finished drinking, that was about 45 minutes ago also. I did this with dinner, so let's just put fatty protein foods and no physical activity, and then hit done. So now it's going to tell me what my alcohol percentage level is, and it's going to tell me not to drive for 5 hours and 39 minutes. It's also going to tell me that there's about 11 hours, almost 12 hours before that alcohol gets completely out of my system with no physical activity. So if that's kind of a bummer to me because I don't have anybody to drive me home, but there's maybe a club next door, so I'm going to go and dance for a long time, 4 hours and 49 minutes, to get my alcohol level down. It'll definitely let me know what to expect. I can also look at a graph, and then I can look at that information as well right there. So the timer is really nice because it kind of gives me an idea of how much time I should probably wait before I should drive. This is great information to have if you don't have some sort of a little device that you can breathe into that gives you completely accurate readings. This will give you an idea. So I'd say, if this was my situation, I'd probably want to get a ride home, or at least if I couldn't hang out for a long time, take a cab or something like that, because I probably drank a little too much and I don't want to risk driving home. Even if I feel fine, that doesn't necessarily matter. If you get pulled over and they do a breathalyzer test, then you're in trouble. At least this application can give you an idea of where your alcohol level is and what to expect. So it's a great application to have, especially if you like to go out and have a couple of drinks. Comparison in its cost, I mean, gosh, if this application saves you from getting 1 ticket or whether it even being just a seatbelt ticket, you're still saving a ton of money. But I mean, gosh, compared to what it would cost you if you were to get a DUI or something like that, this application is well worth having. Definitely provides you a lot of good information. I really like the forecast though. Here's my users. I can even set this up for multiple users, which is a new feature in this application as well. Let's hit stop the timer. You could also view history here, clear that history if I want to clear it. But the forecast, really cool. How much time do you have? What are you going to eat? What are you going to do? Here's the drinks you can have and still get out of there and drive home, which obviously might put a little bit of damper on the level or the amount of fun you wanted to have, but it's going to help keep you safe. So check out iAlcohol. We're going into the holiday season. I recommend you get this application and use it. Be a good influence to your friends out there and use this application to help not only yourself but other people as well. So take care, and we'll see you next time on the Daily App Show.